Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. I also like to do brutally honest reviews about everything. Today we have a ton of brand new, very hyped and very viral makeup. We have the new Milk Makeup Skin Tint, the new Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Blushes. I'm excited about everything, you guys. We have the brand new Laneige Glaze Tinted Lip Serums. We have the new Benefit Mighty Fine Brow Pen, and I will be doing a direct comparison to this and the L'Oreal Faux Brow Pen. Incredibly excited about both of those. We have new Maybelline, we have some new Morphe, we have new from Colourpop, Pretty Fresh, if you know, you know. And then we also have the Grande Cosmetics, the Grande Wrap Luxury Tubing Mascara. We have a lot to get through. I also have a new indie palette to showcase for you guys as well. So we're going to dive in. I am prepped and I actually thought that I had a new primer, but I do not. So I'm going to go in with my standby. This is the Easy Blur Primer from Huda Beauty. And just noting for you guys, it is about 8 o'clock in the morning, so I just woke up, so perhaps I'm not all the way awake. Speaking of that, what time do you normally get up in the morning? Y'all know I'm nosy as hell, so I want to know. I'm going to first go into the brand new Laneige Glaze Craze Tinted Lip Serum. I got the shade Sugar Glaze. And I talked about this in my New Makeup Monday a while back, and I was like, I don't think that I need it. I have plenty of products like this, but it just looked so beautiful. You guys know these are my favorite types of products. And then, most importantly, and maybe gimmicky, I loved the applicator on this. It's a soft, squishy little cushion. And y'all, it just got me. It just got me. So I will get up close for y'all. Let's push a little bit up. All right, so that is what it looks like. That smells incredible. Ooh, that does feel nice. Ooh, and my lips are, look, y'all, we got dry skin and my dry lips are drying today, okay? I feel like it takes a little bit of, there we go. A little bit of finessing to get it out. Smells really nice. I do like the cushion. It feels really nice too. And I kind of speak to this a lot with like these types of products, which, I mean, I'm a fan of these types of products. I love them. I don't like when they offer X, Y, or Z amount of shades when there is no tint. This has a beautiful soft nude tint to it. I am going to pop on just a little bit of lip liner. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection in Cinnamon Swell. All right, that way we have hydrated lips and then we can continue. I'm also going to demo this. I don't really know all I can say. I think I can kind of more attest to how does the actual texture feel and how does it smell. But this is the brand new launch for the Beekman 1802. This is the Coconut Cream Milkshake Moisture Mist for Body. I also spoke about this in a New Makeup Monday and I was like, I'm on the fence because it's pricey, but I felt like for summertime, because I do have dry skin and because we are outdoors a lot in the summertime, spring, summer, I was like, I want something that's going to be a little bit more lightweight, maybe a little bit more refreshing, something that's going to smell good, kind of refresh and hydrate the skin. So I did opt to pick it up, but you do see that it is a dual layer. You are supposed to shake well. So that is what it is looking like now. I'm going to give a very first impression. I want to see how the mister is. Very, very, very fine. Oh, that smells great. I love coconut. If you don't like coconut, they do have other scents, but it smells like a soft, natural coconut, not an overly aggressive, chemically or fake smelling coconut. Look, if you're new here, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to try it on my arm. I love the mister. I love the scent. Slightly oily, but a dry oil. Ooh, okay, I like that a lot. There's no shimmer or sparkle or anything like that. I do actually have a couple from like Bath & Body Works that are like the sparkly kind, so I like this so far. Obviously, I cannot attest to anything. All right, I think actually, because I'm using a tint, I normally will go in and do my brows, but if I'm using a tint, sometimes I feel like it can kind of smudge up the brow. So instead of doing my brows first, I'm going to go ahead and do the tint first. This is the new Milk Makeup the Hydro Grip Gel Tint. I did opt to get shade 6, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and say right now it's going to be too dark for me right now. When I buy foundations around the March time frame, I always go up a couple of shades because like I said, we're, you know, by the time springtime rolls around, I'm in the sun a lot and I get incredibly tan. So this is vegan, has a 12-month shelf life. And let's see, this is apply all over the face, blend with fingertips, brush or sponge, build to desired coverage. And it is a long wear gel skin tint with hydrating hyaluronic acid and gripping blue agave extract for breathable, light coverage with a natural dewy finish. Sounds exactly like something that I would absolutely love. I love Milk makeup products. I do like the packaging a lot. Twist or... Okay, when you get it, y'all don't try to pull it like me, okay? Twist. And it is safety sealed, which we also like to see. And then we'll kind of see what the shade looks like. The good thing about a tint, though, is that, you know, you can kind of blend it out a little bit more, and it's a little bit more forgiving and accommodating. So I'm going to just swatch it, I think, first. I don't think it's going to be actually too dark on me right now, but definitely, you know, still too dark. Ooh. All right. So far, it definitely has kind of, it feels like an oily or like a gel type slip to it. It is looking like medium coverage. I do see a little bit of a luminescent quality. Okay, definitely going to be too dark, but I already knew that. I think I'm going to put some on my hand, even though tinted moisturizer, you know, you don't have to be, like I said, as precise. I'm going to put a little bit down, and then I am going to go with my LA Girl Pro Color foundation mixing thing. This is the white. I'm literally, guys, because it's not too far off, I'm doing a dot. I don't want to kind of affect how, you know, this is going to work, but I need it a little lighter. That's perfect. Actually, that's perfect. All right, and then I am going to place it. If I have to mix up a little bit more, obviously we can do that. And I do always keep a towel down here on my lap to work from while I'm doing makeup application. I opt generally to go in with a brush, and I start kind of on this area of my complexion where I kind of need product, if you will. And I like to do stamping, tapping motions, really push the product into the skin so that it's not sitting on top of the skin, that it kind of more melts into the skin. It does not feel like anything at all. It's blending out incredibly well. Not getting a whole lot of coverage. I will definitely get up close. But I also didn't use a ton, and it does not claim to be like super full coverage or anything. So again, kind of really pushing it in, pouncing on the skin. Yeah, I'll definitely need to go in with more, which I don't mind. I don't smell anything at all. And that blended in 2 seconds. All right, with not even actually enough to cover my full face just yet, here's what it's looking like. I am gonna mix up just a tiny bit more. Now, I would have gone in obviously with a little bit more than this to start with, had I not have had to like blend, you know, something else with it. And I think in the spring months, it's going to look perfect, and I'm gonna love this color. Okay, add a little bit more to kind of my problem areas, if you will. Ooh, I like that this, I'll get up close for sure. I like that this has a hint of glow, but it's not so dewy and glowy that like if you have oily skin, you couldn't like set it and be okay. And of course, I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, you guys. I will be wearing this at least 12 hours, probably closer to like 16 hours. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. I was really nervous about this particular product too, because if I'm gonna do a tint, the Maybelline 24-hour skin tint is like fantastic. The Beauty Blender one is fantastic, and I'm pretty particular about these types of products. And this is a little pricey for, you know, like a skin tint type product. Let me bring you guys a little closer. There we go. So here's what we're looking like. You can see very clearly, and my ring light, it is overcast today. We're supposed to get real bad weather today, you guys, but my ring light is on as low as it'll go, and I'll actually turn it all the way down. And that kind of will maybe give us a little bit better of an idea of how the skin is looking, but you can see that beautiful luminous quality, but it's not greasy or anything like that. It is not settling so far anywhere. Maybe slightly right here in my nose. Again, though, I have incredibly dry skin. That is looking really nice so far, y'all. Let me find my light switch. There we go. All right, before I set anything down, I am going to test out the Glow recipe. These are the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewy Flush Plump and Even Tone. It is a blush, a tinted serum blush in the shade Berry Flush. I love everything I've ever tried from Glow Recipe. They're a brand that I know that if I purchase something, I'm generally going to like it. The quality, the packaging, everything about it is going to be great. So this actually recommends that you put underneath your makeup or as your final step with a more dewy, flushed type of foundation. And then I have the powder, so I don't know if it's going to kind of disrupt this. We'll just kind of see what happens. Screw top again. The doe foot applicator is slightly hard to get out. I'm going to try to go straight to the skin. We'll see how that works. It feels like a denser serum. It feels like a serum. I'm going to press it out with my finger to start. It's actually a little bit more punchy than I anticipated, which I'm happy about because by the time we get it kind of fully blended in, I have a feeling it's going to be very soft and very sheer. They did have another shade of this. I opted for this shade because, like I said, I aim for, you know, buying products this time of the year that I can kind of go into spring and summer with. That is stunning. I'm definitely seeing a lot of dew and a lot of glow. If this does not set down, I'm gonna hate it. Whereas like this, I can kind of feel it on the skin, but it's not sticky or anything like that. Like it has somewhat of a set down, whereas this so far is not looking like it's going to do that at all. So the doe foot applicator is slightly difficult to get out. The texture and consistency I really like, and you can see literally just with my fingers, and I would normally go in with like a firm rounded kabuki style brush, but just with my fingers, it's working beautifully. I love the level of glow. I don't feel like it's picking up any of the foundation underneath. I just need to see if that sets down. If it does not set down, I'm going to absolutely hate it. And that's going to suck because it was pricey. I'm going to very lightly tap over it with this brush. Oh, that color though, that's stunning. And I feel like you could definitely build this up. I'm actually gonna try that. Let me grab my brush I usually use for this. Yeah, I feel like you could definitely amp it up. So I like that. I like that I can wear it right now. I can really sheer it out and stuff. But if I wanna make it really punchy, I know I could also do that. Oh, I love it. Okay, if it sets down, it's gonna be great. That's pretty. I might have gone a little overboard. Do I care though? No, I don't. Yeah, it's so pretty, but I'm scared. I'm really scared it's not gonna dry down. And I haven't seen any reviews on any of this stuff yet, so yeah, we're going in pretty blind. So far, the tint I love. If it wears really, really well, I may be tempted to get like the actual shade that I need. And I guess we're doing all face today, and then we'll go into brows. Next up is the new release for Morphe. This is their Cloudlight Soft Glow Veil. I opted for the shade Sunrise. And this is supposed to be one of those products that I love, and maybe, hopefully, an hourglass-ish dupe, but it is supposed to be one of those soft veil powders that gives a hint, like a little bit of a gossamer effect, a hint of glow, but is not supposed to actually be glowy. And the compact is huge, and this was quite affordable. I am going to go in with a humongous fluffy brush. I do want to see kind of how it feels first. I was expecting, ooh, I like the luminous quality that has. That's very pretty. Okay, it does not feel like the Hourglass at all. This feels more, I hate to say like chalk. If you play pool or something like that, when you rub your fingers on the chalk, that's how it feels, but then it doesn't feel dry. Like you can see, you know, the luminescent quality to it. So definitely not that, you know, baked type of formula like the Hourglass ones. So I'm going to go in, I don't know how much to use. And I think for now, I'm only going to set the perimeter because I want to see if that blush sets down on its own. If not, then I will absolutely go in and I will powder on top of that as well. So let me do just this side of the complexion and we'll kind of see what we're looking like. And I like products like this. This could also be something I know for myself personally with the Hourglass powders, like the finishing powder. I will also use that as just a very, very soft highlighter. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I like that too. A little bit of a sheen, but again, not aggressive or anything like that. All right, go ahead and set this side. All right, so everything so far I'm loving. I'm just nervous about this. And we'll dive into some brows. And I do have the Benefit Mighty Fine Brow Pen. I did get the shade 4.5 Neutral Deep Brown. Hopefully it's not too deep for me. I will use that on one eye. And then I'm also going to use the Loreal one. I love the packaging of this. I am a longtime fan of Benefit Cosmetics. They tried to do something like this a long time ago, but it was the hard felt tips, whereas this, hopefully you'll be able to see, is like a more soft brush. So I think I'm going to like this. I hope I'm going to like it. My brows are tragic, so all right, that's prepped and ready to go. And then I also picked up the brand new release of the L'Oreal Paris Faux Brow 390 Dark Brunette. Again, hopefully it's not too dark. So we're going to compare both of these together. The L'Oreal one says double brush tip to double the look of your brow hairs and lasts up to 2 days. Don't wear your makeup for 2 days, y'all. Packaging is cute. Ooh, I love that. All right, let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that is very, very fine. All right, y'all. Let me find a spoolie. Let me try to get a little closer for y'all. Okay, I'm gonna brush up what little bit of brow hairs I have. Oh boy, the 90s. Look, if thin brows ever came back in, like 90s style brows, which I know they kind of did for a little while last year, baby, I am not falling on that trend. Okay, all right, shake it. So this side is the L'Oreal side, and I'm blind as a bat, as y'all know, so bear with me here. I'm gonna kind of come in, I think, from this angle. That's a little weird. Whoa. Okay, okay. I honestly feel like they could be a little closer together, if that, does that make sense? Although you could go back in however you needed to. The level of pigment is amazing. I thought it was going to be, you know, sometimes these products can be like gloopy, a little bit too much product coming out. That's nice, really nice. I like the color. A little bit of a learning curve. I definitely, you know, would have to get used to it because I'm used to kind of coming in from this angle. And I don't really know. Yeah, that makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay, a little sloppy. That's on me, not on the product. But overall, I like it. It looks great. And of course, we'll add the tint, and then I will generally clean it up. I'll show you guys how I usually clean up my brows too. And look, these videos get very, very long. All of my like first impressions, testing a ton of makeup. But if it gets too long, y'all know what I say. Grab your tacos and your tequila, your milk and cookies, your Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, whatever is your pleasure, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I appreciate you so much for taking the time to come and watch. Yeah, I feel like these are a little bit closer together. Let me go in the direction that I normally would, or how I normally would. Okay, they almost feel identical as far as like the actual brushes being soft. I like this one better. I like that there are 3. I feel like the color's a little nicer. I messed up a little bit right there. And because they're a little closer, it just looks a little bit better, in my opinion. I think I like the color better here too. That looks slightly harsh on me, I feel like. Let me just make sure it's primed and ready. Yeah, I feel like the 3-prong probably works better. I like them both though, and I would use both. But just based on first impressions, I feel like I like this one a little bit better. Y'all let me know what you guys think so far. All right, and then when I go in to clean up my brows, I go in with a teeny tiny little like concealer type brush. I go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy. I have a bunch of these little minis. I use them specifically for my brows. And a little of this goes a long way, so I kind of just place it at the front of the brow. I'm going to go with this pen. I kind of follow the hollow, then clean it up right here. And then I just kind of treat this like it's a little eraser. Okay, are they even? No. Is it okay? Sure. All right. And then I do want to go in with the Maybelline Super Fluff Brow Mousse. I opted for medium brown in this. That looks quite dark though, so I'm a little scared, y'all. Ooh, I like that packaging. That is very nice. Okay. I'm hoping it's a small wand. A little bit bigger than I like. I like a very teeny tiny, kind of more pinched, fluffy brow wand, but I actually think I'm gonna like this. And this should be slightly lighter, or I was hoping, than like the actual brow pens. And I like to try to do that to add a little bit of dimensionality into my brows, especially now that I have so much gray. I don't know if you guys could tell that at the beginning. All right. I like the color. The texture does feel really nice. It does feel a little bit more thick, but not gloopy or anything so far. Again, I cannot attest to anything other than just a first impression at this point. Definitely getting some good lift and some good hold. That's a pretty decent brow right there, y'all. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I think I'm gonna have to set this because it has not set down. Now, if I was just chilling at home or something like that, or maybe in the like colder months, I would not have to set this, but there's no way I cannot set that and then try to put like anything else on top of it or do the highlighter. So I am gonna set just a little bit. That's a little disappointing, but it also does very clearly claim like it's supposed to be for a dewy look. So, you know, that's on me. I don't know that I'm gonna keep it. You guys let me know what y'all think, because I think if I set it, it's still gonna be really pretty. Yeah, I can still see it. I feel like that's too glowy for even my little dry skin having self, okay? This is not new, it's just new to me. I wanted to test it. It's a Fenty Beauty Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter. I got the shade Yum Rum. And this isn't like crazy old or anything like that. I'm also, you guys know, a massive fan of Fenty Beauty products. I love the packaging. I love her new blushes and stuff like that. I love most of what I've ever tried from them. This is a silky smooth formula for a naturally radiant finish, effortless application, and it doesn't really say a whole lot else. Light diffusing highlighter. I do like the packaging a lot. Oh, no. Well, that's what it looks like. And it's quite dark. So let me swatch it. Ooh, that feels nice. Okay, definitely too dark. I for sure picked the wrong freaking shade. That stinks. And obviously it broke, so that stinks even more. This kind of does feel like the Hourglass powders slash her like new suede blushes. I think I'm going to use my big fluffy Judy brush and pick some up, and I'm going to use it as a bronzer. And then obviously I need to contact them to try to get a replacement of this. Oh man. I don't know, you know, how helpful I'm going to be with this because it's not my shade, you guys. I am sorry. Ooh, that glow is pretty. Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that. And honestly, I don't think it works for me right now as highlighter, but it's much more soft and diffused than I anticipated it looking. So I think as I get tan in the summer months, this shade would work, but obviously I need to ask about a replacement. See, that's what I mean when I want glow. It gives a soft diffused glow, but it doesn't look too much, too oily or anything like that. I am going to seal that right back up. That stinks. The Laneige has already kind of disappeared just from me talking. I'm going to apply a little bit more while I finish up. I'm not obsessed with that part of it. And to be honest, there's no product down here at all. Like, there's nothing down here. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, and then let's see. I do want to go ahead and set. So we're going to test out the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Lock It In Setting Spray with peptides and niacinamide, 16-hour all-day wear, transfer-proof and waterproof. We'll see. And if you've been here for like forever, then you know, oh, packaging, beautiful. The Colourpop Pretty Fresh line are some of my all-time favorite products ever, 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 ever. Okay, hopefully it has a good mist like the old school one. It was coconut and peach, yes. Okay, no scent at all. And it has a very fine mister, but it's also aggressive, meaning super fine, but kind of a lot comes out, if that makes any sense. All right, and then as I always do when I put spray on, I'm going to go in with my sponge and very, very softly walk the sponge across my face. This also works if you have oily skin. It just kind of takes away any, like specifically for me, any kind of dryness, powderiness, or anything like that. But it just kind of brings everything forward again. It brings life back to the skin. All right, y'all, I feel like overall, some successes. Some, not all, some. I'm going to just go in and do kind of my signature look with this palette. This is the brand new Fairy Tale Europe palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I do already have a look up. I have shorts, reels, things like that. You guys know that I love to go in just with my pinky. I'm going to grab the light shade here, and I'm going to press that onto the lid. And I love doing this. This is something that I do year round. It is something that is incredibly easy. I literally take my fingers, I go in and pick 3 shimmers, and I call it a day. I think from here, pinky, yellowy, I think I'm gonna go here, question mark. Oh, it's so beautiful. But, you know, if you wanted to put down like a glitter primer or something like that, you can. Sometimes I do. But this just, it's super easy, but they're really beautiful looks, very impactful looks, and you could do literally any 3 shades you want to use. I think I'm going to stick with the pink, so I'll go into the deeper pink as well. And y'all, that is it. That's literally it. And I do this all the time. Like in the winter time, I'll go in and do, you know, bronzes and golds and stuff like that. Like you can definitely switch it up. You can go in and do like rusts and greens and stuff like that for fall time. And you can see really, really pretty, but incredibly, incredibly easy. Now, obviously, you could go in and use a primer if you felt like you needed to. And a lot of times, of course, with primer, you'll get a little bit more bang for your buck. So that's why I said, you know, sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. Today, because I have already used this, I already have, you know, wear tests on it and stuff like that. So basically, I'm just kind of showcasing it for y'all very quickly. I love this shade right here. It's got like peachy, pinky, but then it has like a cool translucent base. It's stunning. Stunning. Okay, and then last but not least, you guys, look, thank y'all. Look, if you're still here, go get another snack. Get a drink, get some coffee. I'll wait. Okay. And then last up, we're going to wrap it up with the Grande Wrap Luxury Tubing Mascara. And it is made in Italy, super black with pro vitamin B5. It is supposed to wrap each individual lash and remove easily. Extended smudge proof lashes. And it says, formulated with an anti-smudge tubing polymer, wraps each lash and locks them in for a defined, lifted, and extended look. Infused with decadent mango butter and provitamin B5, this lash-loving formula provides lightweight nourishment for deep conditioning and healthier looking lashes. There is the wand. And I am a mascara lover. It is one of my favorite beauty products. It is one of the most used, most purchased, most gone through products that I have or that I use, because I am not a falsies wearer. Oh, I hate when they do that. Okay, packaging I love. It feels slightly wetter, which is not always my favorite. I like a drier formula. However, I always come back to a mascara because a lot of times, more times than not, I will change my mind about how I feel about them. So it's definitely a little thicker and a little wetter. Already seeming very, very black. And it feels very lightweight too. All right. Go in with the little ball on the end. I don't really feel like I got a lot on the wand to start with. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is going to be one that maybe today it's not going to be my favorite. But then like a week from now, I'm going to be coming back on here and I'll be using it every day. I just feel like it's going to dry down a little bit. And normally I do curl my lashes, but even if I don't, you know, there are mascaras that do what I want them to do without having to curl my lashes. Yeah, it's okay. Like I'm getting zero lift whatsoever, and I mean even just in 2 seconds it's already like my lashes are starting to fall down and it's starting to look a little clump city, and now it's starting to feel slightly heavier. Like I said, it is, I mean, it's definitely more of a, I can tell that it's like a thicker, more conditioning, moussier type texture of a mascara. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to revisit this. I don't want to be too harsh because I know in my experience for, you know, obviously many, many years, mascaras sometimes are better after they're opened. Yeah, it's not, I don't like it right now. I'm so sorry, you guys. Darn it. This is not my favorite at all. Well, damn. Yeah, I don't like that. So overall, good experience with everything. The skin tint I'm really loving. We'll definitely see obviously how it wears. The blush, I love the color and stuff like that. I like the flush, like even after I've powdered and stuff. But if the sole purpose is obviously to wear it on top and, you know, kind of be more glowy, I don't know that it's something that you need. Unless that is literally your vibe all the time and you don't mind something that does not have a dry down. I will, however, test this under my makeup as well and kind of see if I have a preference for it that way. If not, it's definitely not a product for me. The Morphe powder, I'm really, really loving. If you're looking for that kind of soft, focused, little bit of luminous quality type of powder, or you're looking for a very, very subtle highlighter, I think you'd love this. The Laneige, also just an okay. First of all, that tube is not full at all. The cushion is super comfy. I do like the way that it smells. It doesn't really taste like anything. I like the way that it smells. I like the little bit of shine, and I do actually like that it has a tint and enough of a tint to see. But, and obviously you're going to reapply these types of products, but I do have some that I can put them on and hours later they're still on my lips. This was off within 20 minutes or so. Not a deal breaker, but definitely not my favorite. The highlighter, definitely a little too deep towards the highlighter right now, but again, it's that beautiful kind of soft, diffused highlight type of moment. So the actual formula, I love. It felt really silky and beautiful and soft. So yeah, I think I just need a different shade and obviously it to not be broken. But that I also love. The setting spray I really, really like. I like that it's a very, you know, soft, like fine mist, but then also puts enough product on the skin that I feel like I'm not using 85 pumps. I obviously cannot tell you how long it's going to wear, but I will post that for you guys. The Beekman product smells amazing. I like that even though it's been on my skin for a while, it doesn't look oily or anything like that. I just feel quenched and feel hydrated. It smells divine. Both brow pens I like equally. I think though this maybe has like a, you know, a kiss better, you know, of a response for me personally, just because of the 3 and the prongs being a little closer together. But I also have to take into consideration price point. Like this doesn't look bad at all. I just feel like this looks a little bit more natural with the way that the bristles are set up on it, but would highly recommend both of those. The Super Fluff from Maybelline, I love. I didn't think I was going to like that wand, but I do because it was, you know, I was able to be a little bit more precise kind of at the front part of the brow. They are not crunchy at all, but they're up and they're staying in place. What else? The skin tint, I think I already said, I really do like this. Definitely I need to try it when it's my actual shade in the next couple months or so. I'll continue to wear it and just kind of mix it as I need to. But yeah, I think it has the perfect level of that little bit of hydration, that little bit of like a luminous kiss without being overtly dewy, oily looking, something like that. Hopefully it wears well. I'm excited about that product. And then the mascara, I think it's going to be a no. Like literally they're already, that looks not good in my opinion. Yeah, so the blush and this, they're just okays for me right now. I'll continue to try this. I'll definitely keep trying this. Those are my thoughts on everything. What do you guys think? Have you tested any of these products? What are some products you're looking forward to testing? And is there anything that you guys would like to see me test for y'all? That is it. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you, of course, to my beautiful channel members. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.